Unit 9, Standard 11, Chapter number of Unit 9, Hydrogen, 9.6.5. Topic is hard and soft water. This is a very important topic because hard water and soft water means what? If you understand then you are able to give many answers. Okay, water we use normally. Okay, so here rainwater is almost pure because rainwater, which is a condensed from the clouds, you know this one, and clouds is there, and due to that they are almost, we can say, dissolves all the gases, and due to that this rainwater is almost pure. Being a good solvent, when it flows on the surface of the earth, it dissolves many salts. Remember, being a good solvent, when it flows on the surface of the earth, it dissolves many salts. But we can say that flows of water, they dissolves many salts. Those are which is soluble in water, they dissolve completely. Okay. So here, what is meaning of hard water? It's a very simple definition. Remember, there is a no clue for this one. Just you have to remember presence of calcium and magnesium salts in the form of bicarbonate, chloride ion, sulfate ion, or carbonate ion in water does not give lather with soap. That means what? Here, suppose calcium is there. So calcium in terms of CaHCO3, and here whole twice this is calcium bicarbonate. Same way calcium chloride, same way calcium sulfate, same way we can say that calcium carbonate. Instead of calcium, suppose we write magnesium. So MgHCO3 twice, this is the thing, but magnesium bicarbonate, MgCl2, and then we write here CaCl2 or say MgCl2 or MgSO4, because MgSO4. Instead of that we write MgCO3. This type of salts is present in water. At that time we can say that does not give lather or say foam. You remember this lather means foam. Fin, जाप उसको कहते हैं. Give lather with soap. That means what? Suppose if somebody gives hard water at a time, if you do practical in terms of, we can say that in terms of soap, if you take soap and let we can say the sample of hard water, at that time they do not produce foam more, and that's why it is considered as hard water. What is reason behind it? Just we discuss later on. But what is meaning of hard water? Just you here understand very well. So presence of calcium and magnesium salts in the form of bicarbonate, chloride ion, sulfate ion, or carbonate ion in water does not give lather with soap. So this type of we consider salt is present in a water. This is considered as hard water. So hard water does not give foam very easily with, we consider soap. Just you see, soft water. So what is salt water? Soft water is the opposite of this. Water free from calcium and magnesium salts of, we can say that salts of soluble salts of calcium and magnesium. They are free. They do not possess this type of calcium and magnesium, and which gives lather with soap very easily. So this is all about here hard water and soft water means what? You understand this one or not? Once again I repeat. Hard water means what? In that water particularly, which salt is present? Calcium and magnesium salt in the form of bicarbonate, chloride ion, sulfate ion, carbonate ion in water, which does not give lather with soap, okay, foam with soap. So that is considered as hard water, and this type of we can say that different salts I have written it here. So this is very important. And what is the salt water? Water free from soluble salts of, we can say that calcium and magnesium, which gives lather with soap easily. They are considered as soft water, and they gives we can say that they just give foam very easily, and that's why they are considered as soft water. And soft water is used in a, we can say that washing of our clothes or different types of utensils also, because there is a foam is produced very easily, and foam which remove dirt very easily. So here it's very important. This is a hard water and this is a soft water. You write down according to this, according to your NCERT textbook. Now we discuss why this hard water does not give foam with soap. Okay, that one equation is there, one reaction is there, and from that reaction, if you are able to understand, then we just give another information regarding this hard water and soft water according to hardness of water. Okay, and this hardness of water is two types. that is a permanent hardness, and another is a temporary hardness. Temporary hardness first we learn, and then we learn permanent hardness. So it's a very easy topic, and it's asked many times in examination, so you write it completely. Now here one question is there: why hard water does not form lather or form with soap? So it's a very easy, because in soap we can say that this type of sodium stearate, this fat is ester is present, sodium stearate, this type of, we can say that particular compound is present in soap. So here when it is reacts with M+2 aqueous, where M stands for calcium and magnesium. Calcium and magnesium. So here if you ionize very easily, so +2 is there, so multiply with 2 here also. Okay, so first of all write down balance equation in terms of C17H35COO, and here minus and here plus. So here M+2 is there, and therefore M+2 and C17H35COO minus twice. So it produces C17H35COO twice M. This is nothing but calcium magnesium stearate. It is called scum. It is called scum or precipitate, which is present above side. So here calcium magnesium stearate is produced, and this scum is produced. Due to that, we can say twice N plus, which is very easily removed. So this due to this precipitate, they are not formed lather. They are not formed lather, because here calcium magnesium stearate do not allow to form lather, and that's why we can say that twice Na plus is removed, and here scum or precipitate is obtained. Due to that, it is unstable. Just you see, it is therefore unsuitable for laundry. It is, we can say that, unsuitable for laundry. So here calcium magnesium stearate, which is called scum. Scum means nothing but precipitate. Okay, so this precipitate is obtained of calcium or magnesium. Okay, so here calcium magnesium stearate is obtained, that is nothing but scum. So due to this, we can say that hard water does not form lather or form with soap. Remember this one, it's a very easy. In soap, which particular compound is present, if you know very well, then you are able to give perfect answer. This sodium stearate is there. This sodium stearate reacts with Ca+2 or Mg+2 ion, and this ion containing, we can say that salts is also there. So suppose Ca+2 and with Ca, we can say that CaCl2 is there. So here twice NaCl is produced, and here salt of, we can say that stearate, ester of calcium stearate is obtained. Suppose we take calcium bicarbonate, then also this type of reaction is occur. So here calcium and magnesium salts are there. Remember, these calcium magnesium salts when reacts with sodium stearate, it gives calcium and magnesium stearate. Okay, and where M is equal to calcium and magnesium. Okay, and this is known as scum or precipitate, which do not allow to form, we can say that, lather or form. Lather means what? झाग, उसको film भी कहते हैं. So lather or form with salt, and that's why we can say that hard water does not give form with salt. Okay, this is a good question. It is therefore unsuitable for laundry, harmful for boilers. Remember, harmful for boilers, as well as because of deposition of salts in the form of scale. Scale means what? We can say that chari, okay, or we can say that salt is produced. You know this one, we can say that chari. Okay, this reduces the efficiency of the boilers. Okay, whatever the parts is present on the in terms of calcium and magnesium salts, it is nothing but it's called form of a scale. Okay, this reduces the efficiency of the boilers. So once again we repeat, it is therefore unsuitable for laundry, harmful for boilers, as well because of deposition of salts in the form of scale. This reduces the efficiency of the boilers. So here the hardness of water is measured by two, we can say that two types. There is two types of hardness of water. First is temporary hardness and second is permanent hardness. So temporary hardness first we learn, but here, so this temporary hardness is removed by just heating. you take water and heat it. So what happened towards this? And another method is Clark's method. So this is very important. Permanent hardness is removed by different types of method, but temporary hardness is removed by two methods. One is boiling and second is Clark's method, in which calcium hydroxide we have to add, select lime we have to add, and from that we find certain reactions also. So we learn one by one. First of all, write down this equation or reactions, write it completely, and you write in your note, and just switch on towards the next topic, that is temporary hardness. Okay, so this is take a screenshot. Okay, now see here, temporary hardness. It is due to the presence of magnesium and calcium hydrogen carbonates. That means what? In your hard water, we can say that calcium and magnesium bicarbonate is present. So it is removed by two methods. First method we discuss, boiling. Boiling is nothing but you have to remember that in water, suppose magnesium hydrogen carbonate and calcium hydrogen carbonate is present. Okay, it is in terms of soluble salts. Okay, so when we heat it, so here magnesium hydrogen carbonate is converted into magnesium hydroxide, because that solubility product is more as compared to magnesium carbonate, and that's why this MgOH twice is produced. Due to this one, we can say that here MgCO3 is not produced because MgOH twice is produced. Remember this one, and 2 moles of CO2. You have to remember this by another method also. Suppose you ionize very easily, then here Mg2 plus, suppose we write here H2CO3. Instead of that, we have to write here Mg plus 2 and here HCO3 minus 2. So if we write here twice H plus and once again we write here CO3 minus 2. Okay. So here what happened? From here 2 oxygen is removed, and here just you see 2H plus is there and CO3 how many is there? 2 is there. Okay. Because just you have to check charge also. So twice H plus and here HCO3 CO3 minus 2. So H plus and CO3 minus 2 twice is there. So here suppose this convert in terms of carbon dioxide and 2 OH come at this position, at that time just you see MgOH twice is produced. Suppose you do not understand from this one, then this is nothing but H2O plus CO2. You understand from this one very easily. So H2O plus CO2 is there. So here H2CO3 is nothing but suppose here bicarbonate is produced. So here CO2 is already there. But here O minus 2 is 2. So here we have to take 2 moles. Instead of that, here twice H plus is there. Just you see. Here twice H plus is there. And from this 2 O minus if you take at a time, here 2H plus 2O minus, and therefore it is nothing but 2OH minus, and that's why we can say that here instead of that we write H plus and here OH minus. So it's a very easy way. So OH minus is directly related to magnesium because 2 moles of water molecule is there, and due to that another moles is of carbon dioxide. Remember by this way. Okay, once again here from this oxygen 1O and from hydrogen, so it's removed. So 1O is removed. Okay, another we can say that here CO2 2 to the 4, 2 CO2 is produced at here. So here instead of that 2 moles of carbon dioxide and 2 moles of water molecule is there, and therefore we can say that here 4H plus and here 4OH minus plus 2 CO2, and therefore we have to write MgOH twice plus here 2 CO2. You balance this with respect to, we can say that particular manner. So MgOH twice plus 2 CO2 is a better option. Another calcium hydrogen carbonate. This is a very easy, because suppose we write here Ca plus 2 plus 2H CO3 minus 1, and therefore we have to write Ca plus 2 plus Here 2H plus CO3 minus 2 is nothing but twice H plus 2CO3 minus 2. Suppose we take here 1 CO3. So here 2 CO3 minus 2 is there. 1 CO3 attack with this gas Ca plus 2. So it produces CaCO3, which is insoluble. So here 1 CO3 is gone and another is twice H plus is there. So 1 H plus and here H2O and CO3, and therefore here 2H plus and here we can say that 2O minus 2, and therefore it is nothing but H2O. So here 2H plus, that means twice H plus twice CO3 minus 2. It gives, just you see, H2CO3 is produced, remember by this way, H2CO3, and that's why CaCO3 is obtained. Suppose you bifurcate in terms of here plus CO3 minus 2, then it becomes very easy for you that first of all Ca plus 2 CO3 minus 2, so CaCO3, here twice H plus and another CO3 minus 2, it is nothing but H2CO3, and H2CO3 is nothing but H2O plus CO2, and that's why here insoluble parts of magnesium hydroxide is obtained due to solubility product is more, which you already learned in your equilibrium chapter, and here insoluble calcium carbonate is formed, and due to that it becomes soft water. Okay, but it's a temporary, and that's why it is considered as boiling method. When we heat it at a time, this type of reactions occur. So right now reactions according to, we can say that particular your manner and complete it, and that's why it's very easy to remember. Magnesium hydroxide is produced here and magnesium carbonate not. You have to remember this one. Write down this reaction and write it from your textbook also. This is the boiling method. Here another method is there, which is Clark's method. Temporary hardness is removed by this way also. So here what, which particular step you have to taken or care you have to taken? Calculated amount of lime is added to hard water. That means what? Calculated amount of lime is added to hard water, and that's why in hard water calcium hydrogen carbonate and magnesium hydrogen carbonate is present. And when it is reacts with calcium hydroxide, so here calcium hydrogen carbonate plus calcium hydroxide. So here just you see Ca plus 2 and Ca plus 2. So 2Ca, and here we take CO3. So CO3. So CO3 twice. Okay. So 2H plus is remaining and 2H minus is remaining. Simple way. So it's become very easy for you for calcium hydroxide. Okay. Once again, just you see. First of all, Ca plus 2. Then here NCO3 minus 1 is there. You have to write this way. Twice H plus 2CO3 minus 2. Okay, it's also correct. Another plus Ca plus 2 plus 2H minus. So just you see, Ca plus 2 and Ca plus 2 and 2CO3 minus 2. It gives 2 CaCO3, which is in terms of precipitate. And twice H plus and twice OH minus, it gives 2 moles of water molecule. If you ionize completely, then this reaction occur very easily, and this calcium carbonate in terms of precipitate, those precipitate also we have to filter in a boiling also, and this water is there, it is nothing but soft water. So this method is useful, and it is nothing but Clark's method. Name of the scientist, and due to that it is considered as Clark's method. Okay. Another is magnesium hydrogen carbonate. When it is reacts with 2 moles of calcium hydroxide. So once again, if we write this way, so here MgOH minus is produced, and due to that, once again we write here Mg plus 2 plus twice H plus 2 CO3 minus 2 plus 2 here Ca plus 2 and plus 2 2s are 4 OH minus. Okay, so this 4H minus, once again write 2OH minus plus 2H minus. This is very easy. So just which thing is removed? Twice H plus twice OH minus, so 2 moles of water molecule is removed. Then you just see here 2 Ca plus 2 and 2 CO3 minus 2, and that's why you can say that 2 CaCO3, this we can say filtrate form is complete. And now it is very important. Now just you see, here twice H plus is also removed, and here just you see which thing is remaining now. This is also removed. Okay, so we put round on also. So there is no question. And now just you see, it's a very easy, Mg plus 2 and 2H minus. It is nothing but magnesium hydroxide. So this way Clark's method is useful. Okay. So this calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide, they are in terms of insoluble salts or say insoluble parts, and that's why we have to filter out. And this filtrate is contains soft water, remember, and that is a temporary hardness we have to remove by this way. We remove calcium and magnesium, and this water is free from, we can say that, calcium and magnesium for temporary. So this way Clark's method is useful. And write down this reaction is very important. Do not try to cram. Here you once again just you understand this one by ionization process, and same way in boiling of water also this type of reaction is there. So according to that you prepare. Once again just I repeat that particular boiling reaction, because there is some confusion in magnesium hydroxide how it is obtained. But once again we write that reaction in a practice for so just you write down this reaction and you complete it, okay, and try to remember by this way. Hello friends, now complete the reactions. Here magnesium hydrogen carbonate, when we heat it at a time, which particular product is obtained? Not MgCO3. Remember here, MgOH twice plus twice CO2. Remember this way, MgOH twice plus twice CO2. Here calcium hydrogen carbonate is there. It produces CaCO3 plus how many moles of water molecule is there? Just to ionize in terms of Ca plus 2 twice H plus twice CO3 minus 2. One CO3 minus 2 added with CaCO3. So CaCO3 is complete, and another twice H plus CO3 minus 2. It is nothing but CO2 plus H2O. CO2 in terms of gaseous form and H2O. Okay, so this way you have to complete. And Ca and CO3 twice plus CaOH twice. This is a very easy reaction. It produces, we can say that, CaCO3, but 2 moles of CaCO3 plus, if you don't know, then you ionize just like this way, plus twice H plus twice CO3 minus 2 plus Ca plus 2 plus twice OH minus 1. So here 1 Ca plus 2 is 2 Ca plus 2 and 2 CO3 minus 2. It gives 2 CaCO3 and twice H plus twice OH minus nothing but twice H2O. This way to complete. Now here Mg and CO3 and twice, once again you write down Mg plus 2 twice H plus twice CO3 minus 2, here twice Ca plus 2, and once again write down here 4OH minus. So this 4OH minus, once again write down 2OH minus and 2OH minus. So 2H plus and 2H minus, it gives 2 moles of water molecule. Same way here 2Ca plus 2 and 2 CO3 minus 2, it gives 2 CaCO3 plus another, this is also cancelled, Mg plus 2 and 2H minus. It is nothing but MgOH twice in terms of precipitate. So this way complete the reaction. That's why I say that you have to repeat it. You have to complete repeat it. Okay, you write it in your way and remember this CO2 gas is removed. Okay, so that's why we can say that removal of temporary hardness is we perform according to boiling as well as we can say that Clark's method. So this way you complete the reaction. This question asked many times, you complete it. Okay, so this lecture number 6 is over. Now switch on towards next lecture, that is permanent hardness and how we remove permanent hardness why we can say that three methods are there. We have to see in the long methods are there. It's very important, and it's just we continue this in the next lecture, lecture number 7. Thank you.